So today we're testing out the new Bigfoot wedge from TaylorMade. Now, as you can see, this is designed like the Hi-Toe wedge that we've seen previously, but it's designed to be more forgiving, more of a game improvement wedge, so we can see that in kind of the thicker sole. It's got more bounce, and it's just designed to kind of prevent digging. So a lot of people struggle around the greens off higher handicappers. They don't really like opening the club face up, manipulating shots, especially in bunkers. So this is designed so literally you can just play it standard setup, and the loft and the bounce that's already on the club will help you get out of the situation. So that be a lob shot or out of bunkers. So we're going to try this in the bunkers first, because I think that's where we're going to see the most of the technology. So because it's got all this bounce and wide sole, we're literally just going to set up square, and TaylorMade are saying basically from that position you can get it out of the sand. So for me that felt quite strange because I'm so used to opening the face up, but we did see we easily got enough height to get out, and it's kind of landed quite softly and just rolled out a little bit onto the green. But let's have another shot and see. Yeah, so that played really nicely. So I think a key thing is there that you can see that there is the option to play it standard and just leave the club face square at address and feel like you can still hit the shot and get it out of the bunker. But you also can manipulate the face a little bit if you want to and try and get a tiny little bit of extra height out of a bunker. So we've got another one of those scenarios that people kind of struggle with around the greens, and that is where you've got something to fly over, be it a bunker or in this situation it's a small stream. The pin's kind of on the front of the green, so you've got to get it up and stop it quite quickly. So obviously this has got 60 degrees of loft on it, so it's designed to get that high shot and get you to stop it quickly, but also give you the forgiveness of strike and bounce that it's easy to get the high and get it over onto the green. So again, with this bounce and loft, I don't feel like I have to manipulate the face. We can see that actually checked up really quick. It stopped actually a bit shorter of the pin than I thought it would. So one thing that's key with this is over the ball it looks just like the Hi-Toe wedge, so it doesn't look like a game improvement wedge. It's still a good looking club. I also like the fact it's got the grooves that cover the whole face like we've seen before in the wedges. So we've also got the raw face finish on these that we've seen in the mill grind wedges this year. So that's helping us get a little bit of check and spin on the greens. So as well as your added forgiveness on shots, you're also getting that bit of spin to help it stop soft. Yeah, so all three of those came off really consistently. They finished at really similar distances. And what's really impressive is they've all stopped up really quickly. So even for a game improvement out, you get a lot of feel. So we can see with this Bigfoot Hi-Toe wedge that we've got a really wide sole. So this is designed to help reduce digging, so you're not getting that kind of fat or really thin stripe from digging down on the ball too much. It's also got a lot of bounce on it, so we've got 15 degrees of bounce on this club, so that's designed to help you get out of bunkers and stuff like that really easily. And we can also see we've got a slight heel tapered design here. So we've got the same Hi-Toe design that we've seen in the rest of the Hi-Toe range, and the grooves extend all the way across the face. And we now also see on this one that we've got the raw face finish, and we've also got some laser etching on the face, so that's just helping improve and give you more spin. This wedge just comes in a C grind, and this is designed so the widest point and the most bounce is towards the toe of the club, so that's just giving you extra forgiveness. So here we've got about 35 yards, so it's just a little pitch shot, and we're pitching into the downslope of the green, so it's all running away from you, and we're trying to see if we can get some check, not only on downslope but also from the rough. So this is something that's important. A lot of people can't really control this shot well enough, which means they kind of run through onto the fringe and the rough and end up chipping again, where you just want to get something in the middle of the green and give yourself a putt. So we're going to see how well this checks up. So we did get a little bit of check on the first bounce, and then we got the release that you would expect down the downslope, and we've kept that probably just 10 feet past the pin. But I think we can probably do slightly better than that. So you can see again, there's no manipulation to the face. I'm not having to do anything with it. I'm just setting up standard and just letting the club do the work for me. So I actually caught that heavy, but it didn't really affect the strike at all. And I got really good distance control. So this club is designed to help people who have that tendency to dig into the ground a bit too much and still produce a consistent shot and prevent like that fat that you can get that just loses confidence around the greens. So it's key that we're seeing that even though when I did generate that strike slightly, we've still got a really nice shot and a good result. So that was a nice strike. It's checked up and then just released out down the slope. And we can see from a variety of strikes there, they've all performed really well and given myself a really decent look at par. So I think that's something that's really important with this game improvement wedge, is that it's forgiving and it's giving everyone a chance at getting up and down from around the greens. So overall, I'd say this is a really great club. I think from the back, you've got like the chunkiness, but it really stands out. And then from the front, you've got this kind of slimmer club. It just looks like the regular Hi-Toe and it sits really nicely behind the ball. I think that's really important with a game improvement wedge, because people still want something that looks great, even though they kind of want the added forgiveness. And we did see that was forgiving around the greens in a variety of different scenarios. You know, out of the bunkers, we were getting really good shots. Out of the rough, we were checking up and still getting a really good par opportunity. So I would say I had really good feel with this club. Even though I had forgiveness, it didn't lose any detract from my feel. I could still manipulate the face a little bit if I wanted to, and I think that's important. So people still have the chance to do that, but they don't have to do it on every shot. They can just set it up and hit that standard stock shot and know they're going to get there or thereabouts near the pin. I think this probably performed best out of the bunkers, and that's where people will see the biggest improvements, because that is a shot that people tend to really dread. And just knowing that you don't really need to do anything, you can just hit the shot and know it's going to get out is really key for some players. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.